a great opportunity. There's a lot of men out there that are looking for a way to be able to supplement their income, support their families. There's a lot of women who are in this business that are really trying hard to get it going. And with if guys were working alongside, I mean, if we could make a lot happen. So we want to give the guys a real man's view, as Jay already said, a real men's view of how this works and why you can be successful in it. And we're going to hopefully try to flip the tables on a couple things for you tonight. So that's pretty much all I have to say to get started.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share our screen. It's going to take 1 second here, so please be patient with me while I do this. Using a new program that I'm really excited about. Tim shared it with me, and I think it's pretty cool. So is everybody able to see that?
It's coming up.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Good. All right. So, guys of Plexus, for me, I'm going to give you a little bit of my background, my testimony, if you will, with that. But before we start, we do have one thing we have to cover. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. As we go through this tonight, we're going to explain to you why we refer to this as an opportunity of a lifetime. We do have a little disclaimer we got to throw out there. So the opportunity of a lifetime is brought to you by independent Plexus ambassadors. It is not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide. At Plexus Worldwide, we want you to know that the results you're about to hear may vary from person to person, and we do not claim to cure, treat, or prevent any diseases. Another thing to go along with that is before starting any type of supplement program, you always want to check with your doctor. Take in the packages with them, have them look it over, and get the okay from them. And that jumped really quick. Guys, close your eyes. That's like supposed to be suspenseful. Okay. There's a good chance we're not going to share that one. So JR knows Senior Ruby. That's who I am. And to give you the complete and raw testimony of myself is 3 years ago, my wife went to this little opportunity meeting at a Panera Bread that Michelle Thomas was putting on. I didn't think anything of it. She comes home. She's all excited, says, hey, I want to try this stuff. Trying to lose some baby weight and whatnot. I really, to be honest, I wasn't paying attention to her. I said, okay, whatever. She said, I need to borrow a little bit of money out of our savings account. My goal is, though, to be able to share and sell enough to cover that. Okay, fine. If you can do it, go for it. You know, I'll do whatever you need me to support you. But I really didn't mean it. 30 days after, she comes to me, and she's lost, I think at this time, maybe about 11 or 12 pounds. She was looking very, very good. Says, here, you're going to start drinking this stuff. Me, still extremely skeptical. I didn't believe that it was what she was saying it was. At that time, that's all we really thought Plexus was just straight up weight loss. My whole thought on it was, okay, it's weight loss. There's always weight loss fads. It's going to be flash in the pan. So I try it. I lose 10 pounds, and I started feeling amazing. So much that I started working out a little bit, and I wanted to eat healthier. Even then, for that whole first year, I was taking the pink drink, and I was kind of doing it on and off. She was going at it gun-ho. She's telling me that she just hit gold, and I have no idea what it meant, and I really didn't care. I almost got to the point where I was annoyed by my own wife talking about how well she was doing, which is, it's bad to admit to, I think we're like 275 people now, but it's bad to admit that, but that's my raw, honest truth. So she's going along with it, and we see all of these people having amazing results. She said, here, you need to try the triplex. Okay, what is this? I don't get it. I still haven't bought into the thing. I try it. I start sleeping like a rock. My energy is through the roof. And I slowly started to say, okay, there's something to this. Thick-headed as I was, it took me about 1.5 years before I really bought in. I said, yeah, I'm on board with the product, and I'm on board with the opportunity. I researched it. I looked into what made it work, so it made sense to me. Where I'm at now, fast forward to where I'm at now, I work out about 6 days a week. I try and eat as healthy as possible, and for me, it's a lifestyle change. Plexus was a tool that helped get me to a better lifestyle. I was starting to get that dad bod. No one wants to admit it. I just turned 30. I had to make changes. So for me, that's a little bit of my testimony. I've got a second half to it I'm going to throw in there later, but for me, that's where I start. So, Tim, see if we can get this thing to scroll to you, bud.
All right. My name is Tim Thomas. I'm an Emerald Ambassador with Plexus. And the way that I got started with this was just like JR, my wife got started first. And at the time, I was taking care of everything as far as finances went. We made the decision to have my wife stay at home. And I wanted to provide for my family, but it was very difficult. Anybody who's tried to live as a one-income family understands that it's very difficult to do that. And I had actually picked up my family, uprooted ourselves. We moved to Nashville, then we moved to Florida so I could take a job there. I only had even one vehicle when we moved to Florida. We had to sell our second vehicle just to make the trip down to Florida. So it was a pretty big deal. And when Plexus came along, I was not at all looking for it to be anything for us. I was extremely skeptical, just like most people are when they first hear about it. I didn't believe in the products. I didn't believe in network marketing. And in fact, I told my wife, like 2 months before we got started, that there's no way we're doing network marketing. And here it was, her friend is inviting her to do this, trying to get her to do this. And she finally comes to me and asks if she could do it. And I said, all right, well, if you do, you just got to try to make at least $50 a month. And that's how much faith I had in it. It was like, try to make $50 a month. So she gets going on the products. She loves them. She finally gets me to try it one day before I go to work. I was really tired. And so she gave me the products to try. And I actually felt great. I felt like that natural energy. I didn't feel like I needed to nap that day, where usually I did. I was pretty overweight. I don't know if you all have ever seen any pictures of me before or not, but I was pretty overweight. If you want to go to my Facebook page, you'll be able to find before and after pictures of me. But I was just in a bad place. I was out of shape, and Plexus came along at the right time for me to make a physical change. And so I really liked the products, and I just kept on going with them. And it started this, what I would call a positive snowball effect in my life. And I started to make good changes for myself from a health standpoint, but then I started to see the business was the real deal as well. Because all of a sudden we had money coming in, real money that went into our bank account and you could spend. And I did not expect it. I did not expect it to be what it was. So I came to this point where I had this sudden realization that Plexus was the real deal from a product and business standpoint. Now, as far as what products I started on, I started with Plexus Slim and Accelerator. And then once I got going with it, about a month and a half into it, my wife told me, try this ProBio 5 and BioCleanse, because her sister was on it and she was seeing these amazing results with it. And I hadn't lost a whole lot of weight yet. I felt great, but I hadn't lost a whole lot of weight. So I did, and man, that changed everything. It really started to, all of it together just really started to have a synergistic effect on my body. And so I started having all this energy. I started going out and playing more with my kids and so on and so forth. I started to run more, and it was just, I started to work out. Now, fast forward, I'm a personal trainer because I wanted to be one. I decided I'm going to go for this thing and just see what I can do. I'm actually a personal trainer now. I'm full-time in Plexus. My wife went to Emerald in 1 year. I was a senior Ruby in 1 year. And then from that point on, we built, I'm now an Emerald, she's now a Diamond. And I've lost 50 pounds. I've been able to keep it off now for 3 years. I've continued to progress physically, and I feel amazing. So when I come to this into Plexus, I come with now 100%, 110% belief. And I'm ready to make this happen. I'm ready for other guys out there to get going and take it as seriously as what I do, because it's the real deal.
Yeah, that's excellent. And we're going to keep rolling with this. So Tim?
All right, let's address the elephant in the room. All right, nice big pink elephant right there. That's one thing that I think a lot of guys shy away from Plexus for, is the fact that it's pink. And it's weird. I did the same thing. And we didn't want to talk about, this pink drink. And it even says slim on the package, right? And I mean, even the way the S is shaped, you think of a woman, okay? But here's the thing. I don't mind how I feel now. I don't mind the fact that I have a better body. I don't mind the fact that I'm able to drive a Lexus now. And if you saw the video that I posted the other day, it has over 100,000 views on it. I think that it hit, pushed some buttons. I think some people really related to that. And it's the real deal. So sometimes guys will resist the amazing benefits of Plexus because it's pink. But we're going to talk about some things. But the biggest thing you can do is, instead of being afraid of it, completely own it. Completely own it. And we're going to talk about what that means.
So when Tim's talking about owning it, I looked at this initially the same way as, oh man, it's pink. I had guys at work giving me a hard time and making fun of it. But when Tim and I were talking about this, we looked at it this way. It's our tactical advantage. So think of it being pink and saying slim on there as being your tactical advantage to be able to talk about this and share this with other people. So not only does the pink color and slim lettering get the attention, it starts a conversation. I have a little shaker bottle, one of the Plexus Slim ones, and a couple of guys at work, they called it my sippy cup when I first started taking it. So, I get this, I'm trying to hide this little pink packet that I'm pouring in there and shaking up, and they're like, oh, you drinking that pink drink? Nah, it's kind of more red. Fellas, you got to own it. It is what it is. So now what I've started doing, and some others too, is when somebody brings it up, and guys, you all know how it is. You're going to bust each other's chops whenever you're talking to one another and giving each other a hard time. Oh, you drinking that pink sissy drink that I see all the girls sharing on Facebook, huh? Yeah, it's pink, and this thing has changed my life. Here's how. And you can start telling them the different ways that it's changed your life. Whoa, we got a little red squiggly line on there. This stuff has done wonders for me. Because of it, I have extended energy. I get up at 4 a.m. and I go to bed at 10, and all day long, it's constant, steady energy. I'm not having to get coffee at 2 o'clock. I'm not pounding Monster drinks or Red Bulls. You laugh, I wouldn't go a day without the stuff. Once I started taking the ProBio 5 at night before I went to bed, before I took that, I would wake up all night long. My kids would wake me up. Any noise would wake me up. After I started taking that, I sleep like a rock through the entire night. I would not trade that for anything, and I can tell a difference when I haven't taken it. So does your insert name brand energy drink, whether it's Red Bull, Monster, what have you, does it give you energy and pay you? Okay, that might sound a little cocky or arrogant, but at the end of the day, it's true. Again, I have this steady energy all day long, and I get paid 5 times a month through Plexus. You don't get that from Monster. You don't get that from Red Bull unless you're the guy that jumped from the stratosphere. It just doesn't happen. And it's a natural, healthy energy that you have. And then finally, I had this one a couple of times. One guy, he was giving it to me hard. I mean, he was making fun of me in front of everybody. I said, I love it. You want a sample? Believe it or not, he took a sample and he said, wow, this is pretty impressive. So you guys, you got to own it. When you're talking about it too, talking about it with friends and family or who have you, you got to be confident about it. You can't shy away from it because it is what it is.
Good stuff. All right, so some of the Plexus products. So this is the BioCleanse, the Plexus Slim, and the ProBio 5. We call this the triplex. These are the main products that people are going to get started with usually, and this is what I believe really changed my life. So now I use almost all the products, but these are the core ones. So you have Plexus Slim, which is intended to help you to level blood sugars. It helps you lose weight, burning inches by burning fat and not muscle, which is awesome. If you're maybe you're not wanting to lose weight. That's the amazing thing about Plexus Slim, is that if you're not in the place of needing to lose weight, but you want to enhance your performance. You want to feel better. You want better recovery. It's an amazing tool to just get your body in balance. It helps keep blood sugar, cholesterol, and lipids at healthy levels, increases your willpower over food. So maybe you just need to eat better. Maybe you're not somebody who needs to lose weight, but you definitely need to eat better. There's some people who have great metabolisms, but that doesn't mean you should just eat junk all the time. It helps reduce binge eating. Best natural ingredients, no meal replacements, no shakes. Now, we do have shakes in Plexus, but Plexus Slim is not a shake. It's just a drink, and you drink it in the morning before breakfast or before you start your day. BioCleanse is the next product that goes along with that, and what that does is basically helps to cleanse your body out. So I don't think I need to go into a whole lot of detail. It's a mild cleanse. It's intended to keep things functioning properly, and so what it actually helps you to do as well is to oxygenate your intestinal tract. So you feel some really good energy from that as well. And then ProBio 5 has an amazing way that it works. It actually has two functions. The body is, the gut is an amazing thing, and in your gut you have this it's like a micro world, okay, and it's got to be in balance. Things have to work properly there in order for your whole body to function properly. And so if you have an imbalance with, say, yeast or something like that, then what happens is you start to experience all kinds of crazy things in your health. And so what ProBio 5 is designed to do is get your gut in balance. It puts the good stuff in you, the good probiotics that you need. There's 5 strains of probiotics, the main ones that are good for human health. And then it also has an powerful antifungal that helps to break down the bad stuff that we build up in our bodies by eating too much sugar, by taking antibiotics. Antibiotics not only kill off the bad stuff when you're sick, but they kill off the good stuff. So what happens is then you leave it empty, and you have this environment where bad things can actually start to grow, and that's where a lot of people experience yeast overgrowth and things like that. So what it does is it goes in there and it fights all that stuff. It puts the good stuff in you, and then BioCleanse helps to cleanse things out. So what you have with the triplex is this amazing group of products that help to balance your body out in multiple ways, and you will feel amazing with it. So those are the main products. We have 14 total products, but we're not going to go over all those tonight.
Yeah, and one thing I want to add is what helped switch my skepticism was I Googled yeast overgrowth, and when I saw the correlation and all the articles that went along with it, that made perfect sense to me after it grossed me out. So if you're looking for added performance, we got a lot of guys that they're either just plain weightlifters, CrossFitters. Maybe you're just in general wanting to add your supplement lineup or get something better, more healthier for you. We've got 3 of these, what we'd call the top performers. So the one on the left there, that's Plexus X Factor. That is the multivitamin. It is infused with aloe for you. So what Tim just described is you're breaking up all that junk out of your gut, getting it flushed out, and then now you have these vitamins that are able to get in there and be absorbed into your body. Now, ladies, I warned you ahead of time that we were going to talk a little more guyish. This is one of those things. I've taken multivitamins from GNC, Target, you name it. I've tried them. And then the next time you go to the bathroom, it looks like you just peed out a glow stick. Okay, so this stuff, you can tell it's not just passing it through your body. It is actually being absorbed. You can feel it. The next one in the middle, Boost, that is a thermogenic that is going to get you going. If you guys are taking a pre-workout before you work out or have any type of sporting event or something, this is going to be a more natural way to do that, but it also gets you fired up on the inside to get fat burning. And then the final one, the Plexus Mega X. If you guys have ever taken the fish oil pills, the big, huge, massive horse pills that when you swallow it, a little bit later you start burping up these nasty fish burps. Okay, this thing is all plant-based, and it covers omegas 3, 6, 9, 5, and 7. You're getting a wide array of omegas that is just, it continues to be proven to be amazing for your body. It's all plant-based, so you're not going to get that nasty aftertaste. This is an absolute awesome performance lineup.
Love it. All right. So now what? How can I get healthier, help others, and get paid? Well, here's the thing. We were so tight that I was afraid of my wife signing up and paying that $34.95. But look, these are items that cost more than $34.95. When it really comes down to it, it's just a matter of priorities. I mean, I've wasted more than that going to the gas station and just getting some junk food with my kids. I mean, it's just silly that people worry about that. But for whatever reason, people have a hard time investing the money. But look, invest in yourself. That's the thing, is that Plexus is $34.95 a year to join. What you get for that is they're going to send you a success kit for one. Okay, and this thing is chock full of stuff that you can use to help you grow your business. It teaches you everything you need to know about your business. All the getting started stuff is right here. It's got basically your Plexus Bible in it. Then the other thing you get for it is a website where you can run your business, and you pay this one time a year. Now, I have built websites on the side, so I know how much it costs and what people charge for that kind of a thing. And you're never going to get anything close to, not even remotely close to that Plexus website for $34.95. And on the back side of it, you have a back office where you can see everything that's going on in your business. And that's all included at that $34.95 a year that you pay to be a part of this business. So it's really nothing when it comes down to it. Then there's your welcome pack that you get in the very beginning when you join. And that is even discounted below wholesale. So when you first join Plexus, you're getting your tools right up front to get started. And it's at minimal cost to start a business. And yeah, Dave Glenn just said, and you keep no inventory, which is awesome. That's a great point, Dave. You keep no inventory with Plexus. So, you can have some on hand if you want to, but because we have this amazing website and Plexus, they basically take all of the risk out of it for us. You basically have no risk to run your own Plexus business. So they're shipping everything out for you. It's basically all being drop shipped. So when somebody goes onto your website, you give them your website, they go on there and order, you're starting to make money right off the bat. And you didn't have to order a single thing yourself to even do that. Now I recommend everybody be on the Plexus products, and you want to be a product of the product. But I'm just saying there's literally no risk involved.
And to go along with that, the second half of my testimony is one that ties right to that. I was at a point where I was willing to sign. I was at the bank. I was gung-ho. I was ready to go. $250,000 for a small business loan with a personal guarantee on my house, meaning if that business didn't work out, they could take my house. We're talking about $34.95 for one whole year and no inventory. I've talked to other people that have been involved with different types of business. You could have $20,000 tied up in just your inventory to start, not even to keep going. So this opportunity for the income stream, this is an opportunity for the income stream that you're willing to achieve. So think of it this way, guys. If you're going to look at this as a business, you got to work it as a business. Now, we're not talking, hey, you got to put in 112 hours a week or what have you. But if you treat it like a hobby, you're going to get paid like a hobby. You treat it like a business, you're going to get paid like a business. So what could you do with extra income? Pay for your products. You'd hear that a lot. That's what my wife said. She wanted just to pay for the products. Do you want to pay for a utility bill? Make a car payment? Make a house payment? Or maybe you want to build for your future. If the opportunities are endless, it's all up to you on what you want to do with it.
So this is the Plexus Annual Ambassador Income Chart. And this is just basically showing you what the average Plexus ambassador makes at the various levels in Plexus. It's amazing to me to look at this because the average USA per capita income is $28,051. Okay, now these numbers, this was run in 2014, so these are based on 2014 numbers. But at the level of silver ambassador, you're not only making enough to pay for your own products, but you're actually making a profit every month. Silver ambassador is someone who has 3 people who have joined them on their team, and that's it. 3 people who've joined them on their team. They're basically probably selling some products to customers every month, and they're making a little over $5,000 a year. That's a great start. Now, I've heard people come into Plexus who've been in other network marketing companies, and I'm not going to sit here and dog any network marketing company. I'm just going to tell you what I've heard and what I've learned. It's people say it's hard to make money out there, and a lot of them are carrying a lot of inventory. And a lot of them have to pay a huge upfront loading costs because they have to buy product upfront to be able to get started. That's not Plexus's way. So people come into a lot of these network marketing businesses, and they're basically in debt, and they're trying to make the money back. In Plexus, we already talked about the fact that it's only $34.95 a year to join, and your products, when you first buy them, you get them at lower than wholesale for your personal product. So there's no risk involved. You're not really out anything. And then as a silver ambassador, the first real rank in the company, you're already making over $5,000 a year. Now, who couldn't deal with having an extra $300 to $400 a month coming in just as a side money? Then from there, you have gold ambassador making over $12,000 a year. Now, there's a lot of you out there who probably have, your wife might be working another job so that she can try to make basically $1,000 a month to supplement your income. Well, how would you like to be able to just make $1,000 extra a month in Plexus and nobody has to leave the house? That's what you get. And so instead of taking another part-time job, say, for yourself, this is something that you can do and you own it. Nobody's your boss. You don't have to report to anyone. You don't have to leave the house. You can do this on your own from your home. Then from there, we have Senior Gold Ambassador at $23,000 a year. Okay, you're talking about getting into some serious money. That's starting to make what some people make in their full-time jobs. $35,000 a year. Now you're over the average USA per capita income. That's as a Ruby Ambassador. Senior Ruby Ambassador, $51,000 a year. Okay, now JR is a Senior Ruby Ambassador. His wife just became a Sapphire Ambassador. We're about to get to that. Emerald Ambassador, that's what I am, at $119,000 a year. Sapphire Ambassador, $244,000. Are you kidding me? And then Diamond Ambassador, which is what my wife is, at $442,000 a year. Now I'm trying to get there. And that's why we're on this call, guys. But no, seriously, it's amazing what you can do in Plexus.
So one thing
on your way to Emerald, awesome, Fred. Great job, buddy. All right, so JR, what do you have to say?
Well, I was going to say one thing I want to throw out there to all you guys too is that I've seen, and we've all seen, where somebody's selling, and I'm not knocking anything, but they're selling something of no real value through Facebook or person to person, what have you. This is a combination of people that are able to get healthier, and some of the testimonies, if you guys look into it, some of the testimonies of what this has done for people combined with the wealth opportunities, it is an amazing, amazing opportunity. You cannot pass that up because you're helping people and you're growing the wealth. Go ahead, Tim.
That's good, man. That's good. Continue on.
So some of the perks with Plexus. Okay, so one of them is, Tim just mentioned, when you hit Emerald. So when you hit Emerald, you're now eligible for a Plexus Lexus. Tim has one. My wife has one. Tim's wife has had, 2 of them now? She'd be on her second one now that she's Diamond. Right. So that's pretty bad, right? Okay, one question we'll get sometimes. Well, wouldn't you want a truck? Who wants to drive a Lexus? Okay, guys, it's a freaking Lexus that they're giving to you. One of them, Tim's got their little race car style one. That thing's bad. I don't care if you're into muscle cars, big diesel trucks. This thing's pretty sweet. but wouldn't you want a truck? Tim, what do you have to say about wouldn't you want a truck?
Well, what I would say about it is, if you're making emerald and diamond money, go out and buy yourself a truck and drive your Lexus when you want to. I mean, it's ridiculous. I love driving my Lexus. This thing is sweet. It's fast. Yeah, I've taken it out on some back roads to see what it could do, and it's awesome. But you know what? If you want a truck, you're making enough money. You can go buy yourself a truck. In fact, I'm planning on doing that myself this summer.
Yeah, the day I hit emerald and I go to pick up my Lexus, I'm going to be that guy that has a video of me doing a burnout, pulling out from Lexus dealership. I'm not going to name drop anybody. We're not sponsored by anybody. So another thing that comes along with it, trips. Who wouldn't want to see that view? Okay. With Plexus, there's tons of opportunities for different trips. One of them, again, when you hit emerald and above, you get a trip to Hawaii every year. We got to go last year. Guys, I'm telling you, if you get to go to any type of Plexus event, whether it's one of these local opportunity ones or something put on by Plexus, go to it. They do not hold back with anything. They go all out for their people. It's amazing. But they do provide opportunities that we never would have been able to go to Hawaii. Are you kidding me? That's insane. But they do open these doors for you. Tim, what do you think about Hawaii?
Oh, man, I've been there twice on Plexus. Last time I got to take my kids, too. And you know what? I never dreamed that I'd be going to Hawaii. I mean, I thought it would be the trip of a lifetime. But here I've been twice already, and I'm going again this year. And my kids have been to Hawaii. I mean, as a dad, to be able to provide that, or say it's your girlfriend or your wife, you want to be able to provide something amazing and put it on. It's even better when it's on Plexus instead of on you. So, and look, we go there, and guys, it's just an amazing. I mean, we do a little bit of business, so we can call it a business trip and write it off. But we basically just have a really good time. There's this place in Maui called Mama's Fish House. I've gotten to eat there the last two years. You never want to spend this kind of money, but man, it's so much fun and so worth it just to be able to go there and do that. And they catch the fish. And then they put it on on your menu. And the name of the fisherman who caught that fish that day is on the menu because they change it every day. That's Mama's Fish House. This year we're going to Kona. Never been there, but I'm excited about it. It's going to be amazing. So anyway, yeah, I can't say enough. It's been some incredible memories there.
So I know right now we still have like over 300 people on this call. And if you were anything like me a year and a half ago, you're probably either sitting there because your girlfriend, wife, or significant other forced you to sit down and watch this. And you're thinking, great, yeah, this is impossible. That doesn't happen to us, what have you. I was that same person, guys. I'm telling you, the quicker you get out of that mindset, the better. Now, there's some of you that have already seen the light. You already know, okay, yes, this is legitimate. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. We're going to grab it by the horns and run with it. You got to do it, guys. You have to do it. I'll throw out there to you, if you have not sat in on any of the Rock the Pink calls that Tim and his wife do, look it up. Okay, go to YouTube, rockthepinklive.com. Either one of those, you're going to be able to see the videos on there. But you need to start getting informed on it. Attend an event with them. If there's some type of opportunity meeting, go to it. No, if nothing else, be supportive, because I was a complete jerk. Can't use some other words. I was a complete jerk for the first year and a half when it came to supporting my wife in this. That was probably one of the biggest mistakes I ever made. I knew she's on the call, so she just heard that, but whatever. So, but it is what it is, right? Tim, what do you got, bud?
Hey, I'm just going to say this has been great. I'm so glad so many guys decided to join. Maybe we'll make this a monthly thing, and people can invite their friends, other guys to get on. We'll see. I mean, I think that this was great, but here's what I'm going to say before we close is if you haven't started on Plexus, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. Get with the person who sent you to this and get signed up, get going with the products, and get going with the business. It's going to be incredible for you. And don't miss out. I mean, this company is growing like crazy. The last 3 months, have been record months. Last month was a record month over the previous month, and that month was a record month. So, I mean, it's continuing to grow like crazy, and yet at the same time, I can walk out and go down to the store here and talk to people, and 90% of them have never heard of Plexus. Yep. So we're out here, we're doing the branding, we're building a legacy, we're inviting you guys to do the same thing with us. If you're on this call and you're already a Plexus ambassador, I hope that you just got something out of it, that you're ready to go out there and kill it. You're ready to go out there and make something happen yourself, and you're not going to hide anymore. You're not going to be afraid of the fact that it's pink. You're going to own it, and you're going to do something about this, and you're going to see me in Kona, or you're going to see me in Hawaii or Maui, wherever.
All right, so since we have 300 people on this call, normally what we do is open it up and say, hey, does anybody have any questions? If we did that, this thing would pretty much probably break. So what we would ask is, guys, that obviously you found this through Facebook. Shoot us a message if you have a question. After this response, I really do think we are going to do this again. We have to. I mean, you can't not do this again. But get a hold of us. We're here to help each other. If you have any questions, or like Tim said, get with the person that invited you and rock it. You guys can kill it. So,
and I'm seeing all kinds of questions coming in, guys, and I wish that we could answer them. I mean, there's so many of them that I don't know if we just couldn't get to them all. But here's the thing. Here's the deal. Get with the person who sent you to this call, or get with your sponsor. Or if you don't have anybody that you're working with, you can contact me or JR, and we'll help you out too. All right. So we appreciate everybody being a part of this. Go out there and rock the pink. I just said that because we say that every Monday night, and it seemed appropriate tonight.
One thing I'd say too is please comment on the Guys Call event. I see a lot of people asking about building business ideas and so on and so forth. Throw that stuff on there. Give us content that we'd be able to present in this, so we can make it more applicable to what you guys want, need, and desire. All right.
Thank you, guys. We really appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate it. Y'all have a